Welcome to the first episode of the Kane Lara Show. In this channel, I talk about everything on and off the court in the NBA. I take a deep dive into the analytics and films to give you informative highlights and analysis. Make sure to subscribe to be knowledgeable in basketball. As you can see in the title, I am here to talk about why the Lakers' Big Three is the best in the league right now. Yes, better than Brooklyn's and Milwaukee's. Now, let's get straight to it. I've cut it down to three main reasons why the Lakers' Big Three is the best Big Three. Talent. We can't deny the talent this Big Three of Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis have. They have a total of 34 All-Star selections, 30 All-NBA selections, 9 All-NBA defensive selections, both Russell and LeBron being MVPs, the GOAT in LeBron James, when healthy, the best defensive player in the league in Anthony Davis. You can argue Giannis, Drew Holiday, or Ben Simmons, but no. A top point guard of all time in Russell Westbrook, and so on and so forth. You're getting the most all-around and complex Big Three, having a guard, forward, and big. This Big Three complements and optimize one another more than any other Big Three. They will attack the rim at a high rate and efficiency. The playmaking surrounding this three will be strategic and clean. Just think for a second, how will you be able to stop a Westbrook and Davis pick and roll, or a LeBron and Davis pick and roll? The Lakers now have a LeBron and a LeBron Jr. I don't think people quite understand that yet until they see it with their very own eyes when the season starts. Let's compare it to the biggest threat, the Nets' Big Three. I say Brooklyn has a higher floor and Los Angeles has a higher ceiling. And I will take the higher ceiling team all day, especially the Lakers. It's not like their floor is low, no. The Nets' floor is just slightly above, but when talking about maximum capacity, the Lakers have way more, and for me that is scary. The potential they have to confuse and upset the defense because they can't do anything to stop them is scary. And tell me if you disagree. What does Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden as a whole do better than Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis except shooting? The Big Three of the Lakers can play way more off-ball than the Big Three of the Nets can. Los Angeles will now be one of the fastest and most effective teams in the transition game due to the addition of Westbrook. Also, public service announcement. This will be the first time that Westbrook will be playing with an all-star caliber big. This is one of my wishes for Russell Westbrook finally coming through. I kept saying enough, pairing him up with guards and forwards, pair him up with a big. And wow, oh wow, who does he get? Anthony Davis. The duo of Davis and Westbrook alone is dangerous. Then you're telling me that that duo is also with the greatest NBA player of all time? What else do I need to say? Scoring, assisting, defense, rebounding, strength, agility, speed, all of those and more, the Lakers trio are better than the Brooklyn's trio. On to my second point, experience. Can we please just stop with the narrative that a team is old? Age is literally just a number for world-class athletes. We are not talking about the normal human being. We are talking about athletes who takes extreme care of their body, who trains and work out for their conditioning, who has tons of money to spend just for them to be at their best. Athletes who has the help of a lot of people, for example, medical staff, trainers, nutritionists, and more. Lastly, their mentality. They have this passion and love for the game that led them to making it their daily job. NBA players don't look at age as the basis to know when to retire, just like Vince Carter. We have to remind ourselves that these guys are so much different than us to the extent that the 50th guy on an NBA roster who does not get any playing time is still better than probably 90% of the people who play basketball, and is probably healthier and more fit than 70% of all human beings. So the Lakers are not old. They are experienced. This Big Three has been through all sorts of scenarios, whether good or bad. This Big Three has played and competed with all kinds of players and play styles. This Big Three has the knowledge of the game that most NBA players are still trying to learn. Now, for my last point being the team itself, the players that surrounds the Big Three. Rob Pelinka has done well surrounding the team's big three. Okay, yes, I hear you. The spacing. Kane, the spacing is gonna be a problem. No, it will not be a problem. It will only be a weakness. And with the small money the team had to sign or trade, I say they got the best players possible. Although I'm still mad about them letting Caruso go, but that's another conversation. The front office made roster additions around their three best players that maximizes those players' skill set. And now listen to this. The most exciting part is they have the roster flexibility to play multiple styles. The advantage of having options to choose from whenever the current game plan is not working. To further explain, let's take a look and talk about lineups. Assuming Gasol won't be coming back, AD will be playing more at the center position. The starting lineup can look something like Russ, Kent Bazemore, LeBron, Trevor Ariza, and AD. Frank Vogel likes defense, and that's vital for the team, so I expect him to lean into defense more when arranging the supporting cast around the big three. For the closing lineup, he can run with the starting, but depending on the situation and the team they're playing against. The shooting guard position can be picked between whoever has it going, whether it's Talon Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn, Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, or again Kent Bazemore. For the 3 or 4 spot, wherever LeBron is put, the safe pick is Ariza. If there is still like 1 to 2 minutes left in the game and the game is very close. But if it's a 1 or 2 possession game and you need offense, you put Carmelo Anthony. If you need defense, on the other hand, you can put Dwight Howard. You've got 5 or more guys that have an argument to be in the closing 5 next to your big 3, and that is a good problem to have. My most favorite, and in my opinion, the safest lineup the Lakers can deploy is a Russ, Bazemore, LeBron, Ariza, and AD lineup. The lineup would be an incredible defensive lineup where you could switch everything and have both rim protection and perimeter defense, but you might not have enough shooting. But again, having the offensive talent and power of the big 3, I think would be enough to hide that, and in every lineup, there would be something you would sacrifice. I'm just gonna say it as early as now. Barring injuries, I have the Los Angeles Lakers winning the title next season. Again, if they suffer a major injury, all bets are off, but a healthy Lakers team is winning it all. Also no, the Lakers are not a super team. I beg you to do your research and film studies before making such statements. The drop-off from Westbrook to their 4th best player is significant. Many people who actually watch the game can name 30 or more teams that are more stacked than this Lakers team. Remember, stacked does not mean better. I'm Kane Lara, and this is my show, The Kane Lara Show. Please like and comment down below what you want me to talk about on the next episode, and I will try to make it possible. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, stats don't tell you the whole story.